Supercross Live on supercrossonline.com, and we're back. It's Houston. Jim Holley and Kevin Barnett bringing you the morning action here. And Jim, other sports have their playoffs: football, baseball, basketball. Supercross has a 5-race sprint to the finish. This is where it starts right now. 5 races, 5 weeks straight to the Vegas finale.
Yeah, you said it, Kevin. I mean, 5 more races. Villapoto's got about a 12-point lead over Millsaps. Millsaps needs to start winning races again. He's got a couple on the season, but you know, Villapoto, he's got 4 in a row now. This is where Reliance Stadium is where he clinched the championship last year in 2012. Not only clinching, but won the race. History's been good to Villapoto here in Reliance Stadium.
How about Davey Millsaps? He continues to look like a different rider this year and looked very good on the bike last week. It seems like he's kind of coming back into form.
I think that weekend off, you know, helped those guys. I mean, especially Davey Millsaps with the injuries that he's been battling, you know, gives him a little bit of time to rest. But I know a lot of those guys, you know, they're doing outdoor testing right now too. So they really didn't have, they had a weekend off from racing, but they were still testing during the week, outdoor stuff.
Yeah, I saw James Stewart out at Lake Elsinore. He looked very fast. James is definitely in good shape. Now, Chad Reed had surgery. We won't see him this week, although rumor has it he might be back next week. In the 250 class, it's been Marvin Muskin. 3 straight for Marvin Muskin, and he's closed it to 6 points behind Will Hahn. This one could get interesting. If Marvin wins out the next couple of races, we will head into Vegas with a dead tie.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Vegas, and then they're going to have, you know, like you said, they got Houston, then they got Minneapolis, then they got about 2 weeks off when we pick up back at the West in Seattle and Salt Lake, and they head back into that final in Las Vegas. That'd be pretty cool if they're tied going into that final. It's just a one-race shootout there.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun here in Houston as we get going on the last part of the season. Remember, we have a full day of coverage for you. It's live streaming 2 to 5. That's Central Time here from Houston, Texas. And then also live on Speed tonight. Racing coverage and AMSOIL podium interviews with Jim.
And you mentioned that racing. Tonight's track here in Reliance Stadium, I liked what they did with the start. I mean, they're going in between the double jump after the Monster Energy finish line, and also the track tonight I think is going to lend itself to a lot of good passing because a lot of short straightaways and a lot of 180s, and you know what happens when they get at 180s. You can get underneath the guy and punt him out of the way, so it should be great tonight.
All right, you like that, a little bit of contact in those turns. So it's going to be a great night of racing. Look forward to coverage this afternoon, live coverage tonight, and of course a wrap-up in the evening. It's Supercross Live with Kevin and Jim.